For the record, the court calls the case of State of Missouri versus James Clay Waller II.
Case, the state agreed to amend this charge to murder in the second degree and recommend a sentence of 20 years to serve and dismiss counts 2 and 3. And in return, Mr. Waller had to provide the location of Jacque Waller's body. Law enforcement had to be capable of recovering her body, and then Mr. Waller had to sit down and give an accounting of how he killed Jacque Waller.
You were there and Jackie was there, is that correct?
Yes.
And what happened that led to this?
We got in an argument and I lost my temper. And I caused her death.
Did you strike her about the head and face?
Yes.
What did you do that with?
My fist.
All right. Did you press your forearm against her neck?
Yes.
And did you choke her to death that way or suffocate her?
Yes.
You were aware that you were causing her death when you were doing it?
Yeah.
And that was your intention at that time, is that correct?
Yes.
The court finds that the defendant has admitted all of the elements of the charge against him and that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And there's a victim impact statement to be made.
Yes, sir. The sister of Jacque Waller, Cheryl Brennicky, would like to address the court on behalf of the family.
How do you even find the words for knowing that the person you're speaking to has no conscience or no heart? I believe it was all foolish pride in the almighty dollar. His cash cow was leaving him. That's what he referred to her as. Was it worth it, Clay? Does she haunt you? Do you see it? Do you see the light go out of her eyes, Clay? Do you replay in your mind putting her in that hole that you dug the day before? And with each shovel of dirt covering her body? Do you see it over and over? I pray that you do. Although she feared for her life, the last year of her life was the happiest. She had found true love. She once told me that Rich felt like home. He loved her and cherished her. He treated her with the respect she deserved and not like his paycheck or a pawn in his game. I knew immediately that you had killed my sister when she did not come home. There was no doubt in my mind. We only got to bury her because it benefited you. Not because you care so much about your own children and what they were suffering, but because it benefited you. We have successfully protected those kids for 2 long years from the truth. But now they know, Clay. They know you murdered their mother. They know that you buried her in the ground and left her there to rot. They know this, Clay. Avery said he should stay in jail forever because my mommy's going to be dead her whole life. I'll adopt those children of Jackie's and I will love them and I will give them everything they need. We'll adopt them. We'll go to games. We'll go to dances. They'll learn to drive. We'll be there when they graduate, when they get married, and Bob will walk the girls down the aisle while you sit there and rot. Was it worth it, Clay? Was it worth it? You robbed those children of the most beautiful, loving mother they could ever have.
Woodruff, state's recommendation regarding sentence.
Pursuant to the plea agreement, the state recommends 20 years to serve.
Mr. Davis?
We'd ask that you follow that agreement, Judge.
Mr. Waller, do you have anything to say before I sentence you? Mr. Davis, is there any lawful reason why a sentence should not now be pronounced?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Waller, there'll be a number of people that'll be critical of this plea agreement. However, none of those critics could provide the body of Jacque Waller. There will be a number of people that will be critical of this plea agreement regarding the number of years that are imposed. None of those critics could guarantee a conviction, particularly a conviction in a trial without a body. Those two reasons, those two facts are the reasons that I approve this plea agreement. It is therefore the judgment and sentence of the court that you be remanded to the custody of the Missouri Department of Corrections to serve a term of 20 years of imprisonment. That is not what you deserve, but it will have to do. Court is in recess.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to stay in seats for a few minutes. Stay in the courtroom.